In this link building masterclass with James, Dooley, and Karl Hudson, we'll be talking about how to build backlinks in the fastest way possible, how to get free backlinks, what to avoid when it comes to link building. Plus, I'll show you in person, live, how to get a free backlink during this interview. This is from the Saigon SEO Mastery Summit. They even gave me my own hat, as you can see right here. It's looking incredible. I'm going to wear it every day now. Let's go. So, link building 2024. What are your main strategies?
Really straight in. Main link building strategy at present, primarily with me, it's usually niche edits and guest posts, and that really hasn't changed very often. But in terms of actually acquiring, that does change quite frequently because you have to adapt to, what is ranking, adapt to the algorithm and what that's picking up. So often we change pitches based off, how people's perceptions of link building is materializing as well, because a lot of businesses don't actually understand what link building is. So you have to kind of adopt an approach which can help you gain those links. Also, what we like to do on some of the outreach campaigns is approach neighborhood niches, because sometimes when you educate the webmasters, they might not already link out. If you educate them that if they link out to a neighborhood niche, it's not necessarily a competitor to them, and they're more willing to link out, but it's actually contextually connected to that website. Obviously a little bit distant, like in a distance, but generally they don't outlink much. So
relevant type of links that you can end up acquiring. Obviously, I would say link building in 2024 varies quite a lot depending on what type of website that it is. So if it's a local site to start off with, I'm wanting a lot of branded and naked URL links to the homepage. So I'm wanting a lot of like citations, press releases and stuff like that. And then obviously over at your brand at Julian Goldie, with regards to link inserts, what's great about a link in over a guest post and stuff like that is you can start placing those links on pages that are already getting traffic, that have already got the power. So if you're trying to line up the relevance as well, you've now got power, traffic, and relevance. So you're able to scale out your link building agency just by doing those the link inserts and stuff like that. I do like also on top getting some sort of guest posts as well on top of the link inserts, but it's a varied mix of making certain branded anchors, naked URLs, citations, press release, lots of link inserts, lots of guest posts in local. And then for affiliate, I like to reverse engineer what my competitors have got. Type of links, their most powerful links, get them first, and then start looking at what other, like Karl said, neighborhood type links, basically the most relevant links that you can get that you think some of your like competitors wouldn't link to you, but there's some who are borderline competitor, and if you can get those links, they've already got topical authority in a niche that's very, very close to you, and they can move the needle great.
That makes sense. And then for someone watching this who maybe struggles with link building, because I know a lot of people try outreach, they don't get the links straight away, it takes them ages to get them through, or a lot of people asking for money these days when it comes to link building too. Do you have any tips when it comes to that and getting free backlinks or getting placements without, asking about 1,000 webmasters to link to you?
Yeah, so I would say one of the main ways that we end up getting free backlinks is making something that is actually, newsworthy. So a lot of people try to fake this and try to say do Harrow. I know that's just went bust actually recently, but they do a lot of that, and then they basically just become spammers within Harrow, right? So the key, what we like to try to do is try to create things that are like going to get caught in Google Discover. Hopefully website's already got that trigger, which hopefully it should, if it's a quality website. Create something that's going to get plenty of traffic to it, or has the potential of getting good traffic to it. Make sure the image is big enough so it gets picked up with Google Discover, filing convention, naming conventions. And then, hopefully that. The hardest part is, I've been in SEO a very long time. It's very hard to get links for free nowadays. It's getting harder and harder and harder, right? So, that would be my main advice, is try to make something that is actually going to land in, say, Google Discover or something like that, and hopefully it gets you something.
I think there's a few parts. So I think on a ghost posting and guest posting point of view, if you can prove that you're going to be providing expertise and value to their website, you actually get it a lot cheaper than what you would if just saying, can I get a backlink from your website and stuff like that. So there's that side where if you're trying to offer value, or as well, saying that you're going to share it with your social media campaign. So if you're sharing it with your social media campaign and they're thinking that they're going to get value from that and traffic through to their website, sometimes if they are asking for money, they'll ask for like half the price or even a quarter of the price compared to you just saying, can I have a backlink from your site? So that's good. The second part is on link inserts. If you can add additional value to that post that you're going to be adding it into, let's say there's something that's slightly out of date and you're saying, look, this post is great, but you've got last year's data and studies on it and we can update it and here's how you update it. Or you can add an image to the page or a video to the page and then the citing the source of who created that video or created that image. That's a very relevant link now, and you're connecting why that website or guest post or link insert is linking through to your site, and just trying to provide value for the webmasters for them then to turn around and give it you. If you're having to pay, you're paying a lot less. You're paying just for their time, or you're eliminating much time via making certain that you're providing additional value with, like on a lot of link inserts, you were saying this morning that instead of just giving an anchor text, rewrite a paragraph saying, now we've worked in our link into this paragraph and now it flows nicely and works well. You're saving the webmaster a lot of time and effort. For that reason, they'll say, okay, we'll reduce the price slightly.
One more tip as well. I would also suggest that people don't be scared of doing reciprocal link building. So some of the webmasters, they have websites as well and they want to rank. And sometimes if you outreach and say, you know what, we're in similar niches or it's quite a close niche, I'm willing to link to you. Would you be willing to link to me in return? And that actually, a lot of people are scared of that. They think it doesn't have value, but it actually has loads of value. I'm sure there was an Ahrefs study that kind of proves that as well, that, reciprocal linking it still adds value, still ranks the websites, but just people don't do it as much as they should.
What are you doing, Julian, with regards to new clients? With regards to new clients or with regards to a client that says, got budget, can happily spend quite a bit of budget? I've seen some of your case studies. You've got absolutely amazing case studies out there for a lot of clients. Are you just looking at volume, or are you trying to hit more pages to the homepage, to blog post pages, to category pages? Kind of how are you strategizing where links are being placed to customers?
Yeah, so typically what we look at, first of all, is we build out a game plan in terms of their competitors. So we look at what their competitors are doing in terms of getting the best results possible. And then we reverse engineer that and build out a backlink game plan from there. Typically, when it comes to link building, we'll build a mix between the homepage and category pages. It depends who it is as well. So, for example, we've got some e-commerce clients and they would love to just rank their category pages, because then that funnels link juice to all their products as well. Whereas, for example, if it's a niche site or an affiliate site, typically we'll try and build backlinks either to their money pages or to their blog pages as well. One of the easiest ways that I've found to get free backlinks that's just working right now is just meeting people at conferences, right? Or like building that connection. Because, for example, if I reached out to you and just dropped you a message on WhatsApp or whatever and said, hey, do you mind linking to this page? Right at the top of your page, funnel all the traffic to me. But like genuinely, I think that's probably one of the highest conversion ways to get backlinks for free right now, because that's what Google recommends, right? Is building connections with real people, having a relevant website and asking for a link from there.
Off the back of that, what you could actually do, especially if it's like local websites in local niches, you could actually go to trade conferences and actually speak to the business owners, get to know them a little bit, and then maybe, work in a suggestion that, I can link to you, you can link to me. It helps in Google's eyes, and it could be another good way of getting some free links.
I mean, it comes down to building relationships. And it's not just like, obviously, you're building relationships coming here for us to get links, not just to get links, obviously, but then when you go into a lot of other conferences that's really relevant to you, and it's like local events or trade events and stuff like that. But also sometimes you don't even need to go to the event. You can just build relationships on Twitter or Instagram. It is better face to face. But if you're providing value for others, then yeah, it's a great way of being able to acquire links without having to pay any money.
Something that we were talking about this morning is, marketing's all about touches. And typically someone's not actually interacting with you till, or going to do something with you till the fifth or sixth touch. So yeah, if you're touching them, that sounds bad. But if you, keep in contact with them, yeah, you get the meaning though. It's, just, say hi 5 times.
All right, you set You sat with common sense, that last one there.
Put a little disclaimer on.
I mean, one of the other switches that I've seen in link building, particularly when you look at people like, for example, Ferry Cazzoni, right? It's all about PR link building. I've seen a lot of link building agencies switch from, guest posts or link inserts to actually selling PR, and PR is link building. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's an effective link building strategy?
Yeah, so it's hard because a lot of people are scared of like no follow links, and we've done loads of testing on this, and we would honestly say, we kind of just say do follow, no follow, it's the same. Obviously a do follow is going to push a little bit, push the needle a little bit more, but we've tested a lot and we see a lot of good results from having either, to the point that we've even tested single pages, only no follow links, and they'll rank. So, there is a side where you'd think, the do follow side it shouldn't rank because you haven't got any do follow links. So when it comes to obviously like the digital PR and things like that, it's usually on like huge authority sites, right? It's sites that are trusted within within the source sort of Google trusted sources, and typically, big wiki databases, knowledge bases, and with the knowledge graph, it starts connecting the entities to your brand essentially and builds up your knowledge graph.
I think a big one, Search Intelligence are a great digital PR agency. Ferry's a top guy. He's very creative and innovative in the way that he does his marketing. And then you can see that ideation of what he's doing when he's taking on a new client. He's able to think of storyboards that are able to resonate with journalists and reporters to get those real articles put in big publications. Then what you can then try to start to do is you can then go and build some links, link inserts being one of them, to those articles to power them up, to try to get them ranking higher in Google News, and then try to trigger that Google Discover. If you can trigger Google Discover in a single day, you can get nearly 1 million clicks, which is huge. And that whole traffic coming through to the site can lift the whole site. So forgetting whether it's no follow or do follow, just the fact of having potential traffic coming through from Google Discover is massive. So yes, it definitely works. It's an expensive method of doing link building. I would recommend doing it alongside guest posts, link inserts, citations, press releases, and other stuff. But yeah, it certainly moves the needle. I was actually pleasantly surprised when I started to do some campaigns because I was thinking, I'm not spending £7,000 on 10 no follow links, like no chance. Because my old school hat would be, I want do follow. And when I got the 10 no follow links, I was like, wow, I did see some really good jumps. So it's definitely value. It's definitely good. I wouldn't really say it's needed in local. Say it's more affiliate or e-com or bigger type sites. They should be doing it alongside lots of other link building strategies for 2024.
I've seen some interesting stuff as well come up on AppSumo. And my initial instinct is I wouldn't do this, right? So, for example, there was an AppSumo deal I saw recently for a kind of a link software that connects everyone in the network to reciprocally link to each other. And I was like, there's got to be a big footprint on that, isn't there? Like, that's super high risk. What are your thoughts on that?
It's quite an old school tactic, that, to be fair. Like link wheels and things like this are obviously in Google guidelines frowned upon. Now, one other side to that, obviously my background is primarily gambling. And if you look at the big companies in gambling, the 888s, Bet365s of the world, they all do it. They will link to their own entities, but other websites, exact match anchors, site-wide anchors, and they rank. You can't beat them. You'll not beat them in the SERPs. They rank for everything. So I think it's very niche dependent from my perspective.
What I would say on that, though, is a massive caveat in place that the sites you're looking at are huge, trusted, big sites linking to each other. What you're talking about here with AppSumo is every man and his dog can go and put the website in. Some of them within there are toxic. Some of them potentially could be PBNs. Oh, I'll throw a PBN in, but I might be able to get a link back to one of my money sites. And at that point, then, I agree with you. I don't think it's a good technique. I do think reciprocal links is good, but I don't think being part of a huge reciprocal link farm, I think it would form part of a bad link neighborhood. So I'd be very careful with who I do it with. I do look for reciprocal links that benefits both parties. So if I don't do something and they might be looking for a service, I might say, oh, you want to go here? And then I might say, but you don't do this, so you link back to me and I link to you. But it's only expanding on helping that user out. If it makes sense to the user, I would do it. And there's plenty of times that it does make sense. Like in the gambling sector, you might also like playing this game, or you might also like playing this. I think that's adding value to the player to say, okay, I'm on that site, and I might also want to play that. Okay, it's relevant. Why not? Why can you not do reciprocal links? You can, but with an AppSumo app of having hundreds or thousands of other websites reciprocal linking, I wouldn't be using that type of strategy.
I would also say as soon as anything becomes public, that is when the risk significantly increases. Obviously, we were basically discussing, reciprocal linking and things, but actually going out to webmasters at trade events and, it's all a private and personal affair. Whereas when it's in the public eye, it's very, very easy. Google could very quickly find and identify every single website in that network, which we've seen in the past with big, public PBNs, essentially, which is what you talked about on the AppSumo thing. And, ban them all. And so, very toxic.
What's your thought?
Yeah, I think you're just asking for a clapping, aren't you, at that point? Like, if you're so public about it, and I think as well, like you said, if it makes sense to link, then link. But if it's just like a random network of people linking together that are maybe there's not much thought.
Where's the value?
Yeah, where's the value? Yeah. I think it's the same with internal linking, link building to other websites, off-page signals. It's all the same. Like, make sure it's relevant and on point. Like, that's what Google wants you to do, right? One other question, and this is the final question. When it comes to AI and ChatGPT, I've not really seen any very high quality ways of building backlinks with ChatGPT, and it's not really touched it. For example, there's been a lot of great AI writers out there and that sort of thing. I've not seen many good tools for ChatGPT link building. Why do you think that is?
We're using AI for link simulation. So checking there's a lot of different data points, whether it's like Ahrefs, whether it's Majestic Trust Flow, whether it's the spam score using SEMrush, whether it's the toxicity score using link research tools. We're aggregating all that data and then using AI to say whether that link is a good link or a bad link. We're also then using sentiment analysis, like certain campaigns, to see what type of links are needed. We're also using then NLP optimization for the NLP categorization to then check relevance. Because what we think is relevant might be different than the way Google categorizes relevance. So there's tools like onpage.ai that does NLP categorization. So we are pulling all this data in together and then using AI to see whether that link is good or bad. Is that answering to say, are we using AI or is it completely different type of question? Are you thinking of you use ChatGPT to get certain free links using like MyGPT, or is it another type of question that you're asking?
Yeah, so for example, you can use custom GPTs to get free links. Would I recommend it as your main strategy? I don't think so. I think it's a great way to build tools and then get free backlinks naturally as a result. But I've not seen like any link building tools for ChatGPT, and I'm like, when is this coming? When are people going to automate outreach and automate the responses and negotiation with websites and that sort of thing?
Yeah, so we use Pitchbox a lot, and Pitchbox have, shout out to Michael who owns Pitchbox, they have implemented GPT into that in the AI process, so it will do AI outreach and things. So it's definitely, you're seeing it more and more. But I think one of the main things, like what Dooley just touched on, the tools we use are kind of in-house tools. The reason you might think that they don't exist yet in the GPT is because if you use it in-house, you don't really want to publicly share it. It's kind of like, it's assisting us. Why would I then just give it to some guy who can then use it for his strategies, right? So it's whether or not someone decides to make things mainstream, I think that will happen, obviously, in the next year or two, probably for notoriety purposes. But yeah,
I think the other part is there is, now I understand the question. The previous one wasn't the right answer. They're using the AI for being a tool that's driven by AI to be able to do backlinks and be able to do negotiations and be able to go back and forth on the price and stuff like that. There's a guy called Leo that actually created one a couple of years ago that did that, the whole negotiation. The only issue with it is that there's so many different caveats to what they're doing, and there's nothing better than actually building relationships. So an AI is not building a relationship with them. If sometimes the human brain can come up with something, even though it could be like being funny, and you try and ask AI to be funny, and it's just not funny. Do you know what I mean? Like, so like sometimes to break past them to get on a personal level, to be able to get the best rates, you need to try and come up with different angles. It's those angles. This is where we kind of go back to the Ferry scenario, where he's very creative and innovative in the way that he thinks. I think some people are going to win in certain areas by not. I'm a massive fan of using AI, but I'm also a massive fan of building relationships. So I think we need to be careful. We don't allow AI take over and lose that touch point of, I've actually got a relationship with them. So I've got a genuine relationship, let's say, with yourself. And like I said, when you come to these events, I'll do everything I can in helping you to achieve success. And if you need links, then I'll be like, yeah, of course, that's fine. That's because you've built a relationship, if you get what I mean. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure in the next 6 months, there's going to be a lot of infrastructure and a lot of tools coming out and going live with regards to AI assisting you to do links. Is that not then going to form part of the same type of network of links that they keep reaching out to or something like that, which then those sites are being pitched all the time? I don't know, but it's an interesting one. I think obviously people are innovating with AI every single day. In 2 months' time, we'll be in another event together and we'll be like, yeah, we use ChatGPT for that, we use AI for this. But I suppose we just need to try and stay ahead of the game and think of the best ways of doing it. But at present, we're just trying to do it via building relationships.
Yeah, 100%. I think as well, as technology becomes more and more part of our lives, like we actually crave human connection more than ever as well. Like these events are great for meeting people and that sort of thing. So thanks for being on. What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Twitter, Karl Hud SEO, or just go on karlhudsonforme.co.uk and it has all the social links and things like that.
Yeah, for me, I've got jamesdooley.com and obviously got social media on there like Twitter, Instagram, YouTube and stuff. I'm trying to do a little bit more YouTube to be a bit more like Julian. So yeah, Mr. Everywhere. So I'm trying to build a little bit of a personal brand. So no, all good.
Can I have a homepage free link?
That's absolutely fine. I'll put it just below the H1.
All right, anyone who wants it, just get in touch. Cheers, then. So thanks so much for watching. That is the Link Building Masterclass in 2024. Now, if you want to get a free SEO course with tutorials on how to do keyword research, content creation, how to use ChatGPT in your workflows, how to hire, how to do link building, etc., then feel free to get that links in the comments description. And if you want to get a free SEO strategy session about how to get more leads, traffic, and sales from SEO, we'll give you a custom tailored game plan live on the call. We'll answer any questions that you have and we'll be happy to help you. Feel free to. And the link is inside the comments and description as well. Thanks so much for watching. See you on the next one. Bye.